Hey guys, this video is to help you figure out how to create a scatter plot, right? Because in the problem that you're looking at right now, they're asking you to draw a scatter plot of the data that's given here for the COVID-19 cases. All right, so this is a pretty cool problem where you're going to get a taste of what actual analysts and scientists do with data that is collected about certain things. So the data that we see here is actually derived from actual COVID-19 data and cases in the US. And what they represent is the number of new COVID-19 cases each day. So on day 2, there was 6,569 new cases of COVID. And on day 3, there was 7,922. So we have a table representing the different number of cases on different days throughout the first month of the pandemic. All right, and what we want to do is we want to create this thing called a scatter plot. All right, so to do that, we're going to go over here to our calculator. Our calculator is going to make this thing for us. It's really cool. All right, we're going to hit Stat, and we're going to select option 1 where it says Edit, and then we'll be in this screen where we have a bunch of lists. All right, and let me put it on the big screen here. There we go. Okay, so when you look in these lists, what we're going to do is we're going to take this column over here, and we're going to put in the numbers that we see in the day column. We're going to put that into list 1. All right, so the way that we do that is we highlight the entry that we want to change. So this should be a 2, so I'm going to change that to a 2. And then I'm just going to work my way down. So the next one would be 3, and then 4, and then 9, and then 16, and then 18, and then 22, and then 27. All right, so now my L1, the list L1, is the same thing as the day column here. Now the number of COVID-19 cases on those corresponding days, I already have those entered into list 2, right? So this is L1, this is L2, enter in your data. Okay. So it might take you a couple of minutes to get that done. Also, if you have stuff in the list and you just want to clear it out, it's like over here in list 3, I have some numbers in there from a previous problem that I was doing, and I want to get rid of those. The way you clear out an entire list is to go up to the top so that L3 is highlighted, or whatever list it is you want to delete, and then hit the clear button, and then hit down. And when you do that, it should erase everything in that list. All right, now to create the scatter plot. Now that the calculator knows what our data is, we're going to hit the second button and then y equals. So notice above there it says stat plot in blue, so that's why I'm hitting the blue button first, and then y equals. Then we should be in the screen here where it says stat plots, and we're going to go to stat plot number 1. We want to make sure it's turned on. And then we're going to go down here and it's going to ask you what type of plot do you want to make, and you'll see all kinds of different graphs here. We want this one that's got all the little dots in it. That is the scatter plot. So I'm going to make sure that I put the cursor over that one and hit enter, and then it's going to want to know where your information is. So the days are representing our x values. So L1 is where our days are, and then the y's represent the number of COVID cases, and that is stored in L2. Right. Last step here to create your scatter plot is to hit the zoom button. And then you'll notice down here it says zoom stat. So you're going to want to hit option 9. That's the one that we want. And then there you should be able to see your scatter plot. So for the first part of this question, what you're going to do, I would take a screenshot of this so that I can see what you did on your calculator, and then you are going to upload that using the choose file button here. So you just click that and then select the file where you saved your screenshot and click save, and it should upload it automatically into My Open Math for me. Now the question that we want to answer, and the reason that we graphed this data in a scatter plot, was so that we could see the shape of the data. And you'll notice that it's making a curve here, and this is what we call an exponential curve. Let me see if I can draw on top of that. I don't think I can, but you can kind of see it here. If you follow the dots, it makes this nice little curve going up, and that is what we call an exponential curve, and that's how we know that we want an exponential model. So is it better to model the data by using a linear or an exponential model? In this case, exponential is the way to go because these are not making a straight line. They're making an exponential curve. All right, guys, give it a try on your own.